Hey gang, Pete Spellos here, my dear friend and partner Jim Brownell. We asked
Mhm.
my students and company members from Breakfast Anytime to ask us questions about Jim, about me, about comedy, about the world. And we put a list together, and Jim has a copy, and I have a
Right.
copy, and we're going to ask each other questions. Jim?
Amy from Indy writes, "What's number 4 on your bucket list?"
Oh, number 4 on my bucket list is easy. Walking without a cane or a walker. This is,
Ah,
at least a half a mile. No,
wow.
a mile
Aim high.
without a cane or a walker. That's number 4. Jim, let me ask you a question now. Then.
Yeah.
Oh, Eli from Whiteland writes, if you could see any musical group, living or dead, who would you see? One chance.
Living or dead? Well, I'd like to see the Beatles,
Uh,
you know?
it's a generational thing, Eli.
Of
I have to
course.
agree. All right, your
All
turn.
right. Kenny from Bloomington writes, "What if there were no hypothetical questions?" And I assume that's your answer.
That is my answer.
Alrighty then.
One for
Back to
you.
you.
Oh, oh my. Okay. All right. Because Jim is very musical. A lot of people don't know that as a lovely musical act with a woman, Linda, that they seniormomentsmusic.com, by the way.
Yeah.
Ruth from Norwich, England. Hi, Ruthie. If you're in a band, James, what would it be called?
Be called Not Dead Yet. Hmm.
I think I'm in that band.
And by the way, we'd probably play oldies. Let's see now.
I don't know if anybody can hear the bell that I'm ringing, but that's the comedy bell.
Leonard from Kokomo writes,
Hi, Len.
"What was your best celebrity encounter?"
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. God, wow. That's a tough one. But in the end, I'd have to say Danny DeVito because he was the nicest guy. I loved working for him. And in the end, he called me at home when he had to cut my scene from the movie Hopper and really called me at home and apologized, said, I did great work and I'll see you at the screening. And to this day, he put my name in the credits, which means I get paid residuals for a movie I filmed but was never really in. So Danny DeVito was a mensch above mensch and really taught me about how to
We're
deal.
not going to go through like your whole resume, are we?
Hey, that was a good story. All right, I'm gonna ask you a tough question now. I'll ask
Please.
you a long question. Here we go.
Yeah.
Staying in England, James from Nottingham, UK. 4 people living or dead. I guess you're an old. They want to know about living or dead people. That you'd invite to the dinner party, and who would they be?
Um, well, of course, the Marquis de Sade,
Wow,
George Carlin, and you. That's 4.
that's a fat joke, boys and girls. I know why me and George Carlin, but why the Marquis de Sade?
He had style. He had
Right,
flair, you know? He was a
right.
trendsetter,
He was a trendsetter.
you know?
Ouch, ouch for those who know. I'll drink that.
Sharon from Wisconsin writes, "How many licks to the center of a Tootsie Pop?"
Sharon, I have to say, I have to disagree with you. One does not lick a Tootsie Pop. One sucks a Tootsie Pop.
Ooh.
So the real question should be, how many sucks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And I'll say just enough.
Hmm. Right?
Come on, when's the last time you licked it? I'm not going to ask you that question.
No, don't.
It's my turn. Jay from Redondo Beach asks, what is the secret to lasting love?
Oh, never meeting in person. Take my advice on that one.
One for me, brother?
Sure. Martin from Hamilton County, Indiana writes, "What motivates you?"
You're going to find this a little morbid, but death, impending age, the fact
Ah,
that the fact that I have more yesterdays than tomorrows makes me want to really um, live every day, teach you guys, work with Jim. 45 years. No, death is definitely the ultimate motivator at this point. Oh, here we go. Joshy from Demeryville writes, and Demeryville's a lovely town. What would your professional wrestling ring names be? I'll do one too. What would your
Oh.
ring name be?
The artist formerly known as Big Jim.
Oh, there we go. And I would go El Grande Fromage. I would come in, and of course, our ring names would be three of the toughest guys in town.
Right.
You see, because that's a fat joke. Howard Hoffman, that was for you, by the way. Hey, gang, thanks for watching here. I'm Pete Spellos. Hang on, Jim. Hang on.
And I'm Peter's biggest fan.
You're listening to the music right now. We love you. Thanks for asking. And if you do have questions, put it down in the comments below. Take care. Say goodbye, Jim.
Bye, Jim.
I had a question I wanted to ask you, Jim. And on that double date with O'Mara.
No, the bit is over. We're finished.
But I have more questions.
Done. Say goodbye. Wave
What
goodbye.
about?
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
I knew a man who said a fortune that was splendid, then he died the day